Welcome back to the 5th episode of the Dan and Tyler Show. Again, we have a very, very special guest with us today. I'm very thankful that he joined us tonight.
Thank you.
On a Wednesday night. It is August 4th, I believe.
Do we need to check?
Yeah, it's August 4th. So this is one of my best friend's brothers / business owner.
Yes.
His name is Jake Hahnl.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you very much for enunciating my last name correctly.
Of course.
What's up, Jake?
What's up, dude?
Thanks for coming on, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for
Thanks
having
for making the trek up here to Manchester, New
me.
Hampshire.
34 minutes. Whole 34 minutes.
That's 34 minutes for you?
34
Oh, you got to
minutes.
go through Amherst. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you have to go through the toll?
No.
No.
I ran the toll.
Good job. Nice. If you go fast enough, I can't pick up on you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, man.
Yes. Thank
Glad
you.
to have you here. Glad to have you here.
Yes.
As you guys know, it's a business and lifestyle podcast. And
Sure
today,
is.
we've been pretty business heavy content so far, but today we're going to bring you a little bit of business and lifestyle.
Hopefully.
So,
Yep.
I guess we want to start off by having Jake tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do.
Okay, so my name is Jake. I'm
Hi, Jake.
27 years old.
He's not from State
My
Farm.
eyes are brown. Thank you for clarifying.
Not for
I'll let you say it a couple more times before I finish this drink and then crack it over your head.
crack it over your head. I like that. Do it.
Yeah, so I own a meal prep business called Prep Gods.
Quick shout out to Prep Gods.
Quick shout out.
Had
Quick shout to Prep
their
Gods.
food before.
Not mine.
Amazing.
Their food.
Their food, not his.
Yes.
He works by himself, owns the whole company. CEO over here.
Let's let him tell the story.
That's
Go
a
ahead.
Honestly, though, real
quick
quick,
shout out.
it's a weird thing sometimes. I dance between, do I own the fact that it's just me, and if I post on Instagram or like anything, do I say like I'm delivering or I provide the service, or do I try to come off, is it more professional to say like we do this, like Prep Gods, us, you know what I mean? So sometimes I'm unsure of what like approach to take. Do I just say like it's me, not like it's an egotistical thing, like I want all the credit.
Factually, it's you.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, does it seem more business-esque and professional to be like, we do this, even though it's just me? You know?
I've seen it play both ways.
Right.
I know some people that will say, so one of my one of my really good friends owns a company. It's a medical supply business, and
that's sick.
he's by himself, owner obviously, and he'll tell people like, yeah, we'll have it to you.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
But then I also have other people who own their own business, and
Right.
they're like, I will have it to
I
you.
guess it
and whatnot,
depends.
So.
Of course, there's all little like details. It depends like
Sure.
what the business is. And
Yeah,
stuff, but,
that makes sense. So
yeah. So anyways, I guess not to derail on that.
I would say you
concept,
just
but-
go with whatever feels comfortable to you. I mean, if you feel
yeah,
comfortable to say
which is
I,
just
then
a never-ending battle, I guess. You know, just trying to figure out what path, what flavor to keep things on, but not to derail. But so yeah, I run a meal prep company
out of dairy.
out of Derry, New Hampshire. Yes, I rent a commercial kitchen.
Since when? How long you been in operation?
3 years about.
Okay.
3 years. Yeah.
Things are going well. It's progressing.
Yeah, it's definitely not like a little lemonade stand anymore.
Nice.
You know, at least that's how I feel.
nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it took a lot of just like any business, any hobby, any passion, any endeavor, any adventure, it takes a lot of time. I mean, I probably cooked
especially in the beginning.
especially in the beginning. I probably cooked like 200,000 meals at this point. I mean, it's been a lot of progress, a lot of grind, again, just like anything. But I've learned a lot.
Sure.
Right, done a lot, met a lot of good people.
So how'd you get into it? What started you off this?
Yeah. So, long story short, I've always been into fitness, right? I've always been into bodybuilding. That's one thing I can say in my life that hasn't been a phase. Whether it's dinosaurs when you're in preschool or whether it's superhero, right? Just I've always been into bodybuilding. I've always been into health and fitness.
Nutrition.
Yeah, nutrition. So I went to school for athletic training, which is basically like taping ankles, right, for athletes, because it's really like anatomy and physiology. But more importantly, I was, not to use the word intimate, inappropriately, but just I really like the intimate relationship between people if you're working one-on-one, whether it be therapy, whether it be personal training, whether it's like you go into Ultimate Beamer Services and there's a handsome young man at the front desk and you talk to him and I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I've
Corey's
always...
a great guy.
Cheers to that. He's a great man. But anyway, so I've always been on that path. So my first like official fitness job was I worked at a gym, right, at Fit Lab in Milford. And I just started off just training, building up my client base. And I knew that working with people on that level, I hate overusing the word health and fitness, but it's just such an easy umbrella for like normal people to kind of grasp, even though it's a lot more than that. But I always felt really comfortable and really solid and purposeful and fulfilling, that kind of stuff, working with people on their bodies, but more importantly, their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because ultimately, right, that everything stems from what's going on up here, right?
Right.
So I train people, not like quantitatively it matters, but I probably work like 100 to 200 different types of people. And I only emphasize that because you have to, just like in any business or in life, right, you got to learn how to interact with all different walks of life.
Yeah, everyone's different, yeah.
Especially when you're like lifting weights, and people have limitations and personalities, and some people need to be pushed, some people don't like to be pushed, some people just want you to stand there and just know, that kind of stuff. So
sure.
Just like anything, I learned a lot about myself. So I did that for like a year or two.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was short, but to segue into Prep Gods is I decided that I was going to do my first bodybuilding contest. So
Personally. Okay.
Yep, just for me. And I lived with a couple guys at the time, and one of my best friends still to this day, shout out Drew, he coached me, and ultimately that led to another, the development of, am I talking too much? I'm okay.
No, you're great.
No, you're great, man.
Thank you. Okay, so that led to the development of like further passions and journeys that I wanted to go to, roads that I wanted to go down.
Okay.
So long story short, I had never, growing up, I was kind of like the skater, kind of goofy, goofball kid, like chunky, kind of like puffy hair. You know how that was the style, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course, right.
Yep. We all had the mop tops at one point.
Dude, I was just saying, but we all had pictures on our Facebook at some point, right?
Yep.
So long story short, I did the show. It was super fun, like, getting actually in shape. When you get to a certain level of like being ripped, it's a great thing, but it's also like a curse, because then you realize like, oh God, like your standard changes. So it's like cool, but it's also unhealthy, because you're like, it's not sustainable, possible to maintain a certain level of body fat for any longer than like show day. There's a reason why it's a show day, not show month, or like show like year, 4 months later. Yeah, like it comes and goes. But anyways, so I did that, and then I guess like the basic spiel that I say is like, I was cooking for myself, because when you do a show, and you mentioned briefly before, how do I jack my metabolism up? Right? A huge thing is your metabolism, right? You want to get I kind of look at it like a coal train.
Yeah.
The guys with the black faces, they don't shovel one heap in and then let the train go, right? They do it constantly. So a big thing is, kind of meathead, like eating 6 meals a day, right? But that's to like kind of keep everything like an EKG, almost like your heart going boop, boop, right? So if you eat one meal every 8 hours, it's like boop, and then it goes back up, right? So you want to keep it burning.
Yeah, because if you do that, it's like, what are you doing? And it tries to store all the fat.
Exactly. Yeah, your body's much smarter than you. Surprise! So
right?
it knows what you're doing.
Yeah. No, that's a really good analogy. That's good. I love it.
So it's like I cook for myself. So like I guess when people go, how did you start Prep Gods? Like, this isn't really how it started, but I just say like, oh, if I'm cooking for myself, like, why don't I just do it for other people?
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's like the easiest way to just put it off.
Did you like cooking for yourself?
I guess. I mean, I still do enjoy it, because obviously it's part of the process. And if you're truly dedicated and, all the words, passionate, and you're gonna do whatever it takes.
Sure.
Right.
So on the most basic level, no, I didn't like cooking for myself. But like when it really gets down to it, like I loved cooking for myself, because I knew that, right, it was bringing me one step closer. Every meal, literally every meal, brings you one step closer. You can't miss a meal. You can't, right? Cardio, training sessions, all the stuff, right?
Sure.
So not to like keep running on tangentially, but then I figured, okay, if I'm cooking for myself, why don't I cook for other people? So my best friend at the time, we started.
Who was training you?
Drew.
No, actually another one. So I live with two guys.
Gotcha.
I live with
Gotcha.
Drew,
Gotcha.
and then Nico.
Okay.
So Drew was like, he was also a trainer at the gym that I was at, and that's actually how we became
What gym
friends.
was this?
Fit Lab in Milford.
Okay.
And not like a
It
really
used to
massive,
be Gold's gym.
but it did used to be Gold's gym. And
Wait,
then,
so I was going there when it was
me
Gold's
too,
gym.
like
and
way
then
back in the day. I was like, oh my god, this is Gold's gym. Like,
Yeah.
even though it's like just,
I used to go with one of my old coworkers.
Yeah.
He was a ex-army dude.
Yeah,
And
it's a different vibe
Yeah.
when you're like 14, 15, 16, whatever, like in high school, and you're like,
Trying to keep up
Yeah,
with-
you're
yeah.
not familiar with like the gym, and then you're like, I'm going to Gold's gym now.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
yeah, man, you
Badge of honor.
walk.
Yeah, it is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And then you
Yeah.
walk in and everyone's like 3 or 10 times bigger than you.
Yeah,
You're just like, what
yeah.
am I doing
I know
here?
it's a
I belong
Arnold
on Planet
Schwarzenegger.
Fitness.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like today, I don't know, back when we were like, because we're all the same age, you know, back when we were like 16, 17, or 14, 15, 16, the kids that were older than us were like older than us.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean, something happened. with
Perceptually.
the gene pool. Yeah,
Yeah.
perceptually. Okay, so just to bring it back, Nico and I started. We originally just kind of, it was like a lemonade stand, right? We just did it out of we lived at my dad's house. My dad moved away. He didn't want to sell the house, so I rented the house from him. It was a really cool thing, and I grew up in the house, so it was like my home.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was super blessed and grateful for that. So yes, we started just like cooking in the house, you know, just like slowly, you know, like people from the gym obviously, or like Nico was a little bit younger, so he was more connected with some kids, and their parents might have wanted to try, you know, like that kind of stuff. That's how we slowly built up the clientele base. But I remember just being in the basement on my computer, like making the logo, making the website. I mean,
That's
I was
awesome.
so happy. I just felt, I've always been into bodybuilding, fitness, but also just like, dude, I'm a super nerd. I mean, I probably put like 10,000 hours in on World of Warcraft. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been just a computer junkie. I just like
Okay.
not to like to internet master. I mean, I can just navigate and find anything.
Yeah, and your graphic design is pretty impressive
okay,
too. Like
okay.
if you go
it's not Derek's level, but or
No, yeah, Derek, thank
Yeah.
you. Shout out to Derek
shout out to
shooting
Derek,
the
he's
Shout out to our
animal,
sound guy and-
absolute animal.
yeah.
But so yeah,
If you go on,
thank you.
prepgods.com, wow.
Thank you.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's
of
like,
course,
it
it's
looks
not.
like you went to school
Yeah,
for it.
Sure.
So-
right. And of course, can it be better?
By not
Duh.
bad, I didn't mean that as an
Of
insult.
course not.
It's amazing.
No.
So
It for the bracket that it's in, it's pretty darn good. You know what I mean, yeah, for me, just like sitting in my underwear on a Saturday morning, like putting it together. You know what I mean,
right.
yeah,
Or doing it because you have to, but
yeah,
you know.
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah. It's not like I outsourced it, you know, $10,000 to some like Beverly Hills like design center, you know.
Sure.
So, anyways, I finally felt like I had found something that encompassed all of my hobbies and passions. You know, it was fitness, it was the graphic design part. It was like I'm on the computer a lot, I'm emailing, I'm doing this and that, and then most importantly, I'm connecting with people, and I'm connecting with people, I'm helping people, and that has been, I would say, the most important theme of my life.
Building
Yeah.
the connections.
Building the connections. Just what is existence? Not to be too philosophical, but what is life? What is your purpose if you're not impacting others positively?
Yeah.
I mean, at least it depends on your personality type. You know,
Sure.
of course, you could be like a stone cold dude, and just like it doesn't matter. But
yeah.
I definitely find myself to be. I don't like talking about myself, but like you're interviewing me.
Is it your passion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The food isn't the passion.
It's the connections.
It's the connections. It's like when I get texts from people that are like, "You're really changing my life. You're saving me. Your meals are so good." Like, it's cool. Like, I'm glad the food tastes good. You know.
Sure.
But it's the fact that someone's reaching out to me and telling me like what you are doing is absolutely like benefiting my life in a positive manner. That's like, all right, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I do this.
That's huge. Yeah.
I mean, even at
That's
your
great.
work, right? We were like, dude, I was stressing out. You guys fixed my car. I'm going to write a review, right? And someone comes in, that was the best food I've ever
Yeah,
had. That,
yeah.
that saw the piece, whatever, you know, like the service was
That's what-
amazing. That's what, obviously
yeah.
why you do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
It's what keeps you going because
it
you know
is.
obviously you have
Dude,
the
if-
bad people that
yeah,
take you down, and
I
then
know
you got to.
you do especially.
Oh yeah. Well, you got to
Yeah,
think
we all
about
do.
all the
Yeah.
good ones though.
Yeah.
That,
they
kinda
keep you locked
going.
in. They
Yeah.
really keep you locked in. Shout out to all the good people out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Keep people like us going.
Absolutely.
Built it in the house, like I said, and eventually it got to a point where when it wasn't legal to cook at your house, but when you're not like on the books, it's just a little hustle.
Yeah.
Does a 9-year-old girl have to register with the Secretary of State to have a lemonade stand at the end of her.
Right.
So,
Yes, she does.
yeah, now she does. now she does.
She does.
All the 9-year-olds that aren't following
Watch
the law.
it.
Yeah. Watch. So yeah, long story short, right? Built it in the house, and then decided, okay, now it's time to branch out. So we looked around, and thankfully there was a nice kitchen in, as we briefly mentioned, Derry, New Hampshire, called Creative Chef Kitchens, and the owner, Nalima, she's an amazing, just alpha woman. You can tell this lady just like knows her stuff. She's just on it. Sometimes too on it. Like,
Is she a chef herself?
No,
or
no,
just the
no.
landlord?
She's the landlord. Like, she owns the kitchen, but she's like, I should ask her sometime because I have like a very good relationship with her. But
Well, especially at this point, right? You've been there for a couple of years now.
yeah. Very, very loyal. I'll try to be as polite as I can. Just like any business, she deals with bad. It's her business, so she deals with and like renting her space and like breaking culinary equipment and leaving,
Not cleaning it, yeah.
leaving the stove on, like just do.
Oof,
and
yeah,
she's
that's a
like
big one.
OCD freak. Not to start.
You're not the only
interviewing her,
person that
but-
cooks there.
No, yeah. It's an incubator.
Really?
Kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it is cool. So
Yeah, but at the same time, if someone gets sick from her kitchen, that's on her.
it is
Kind of,
right.
right?
And then it's ultimately on like the health department. So like,
Right, and then she
it's kind of
gets
like
shut
mafia.
down,
You
so-
just gotta like play. You gotta like.
Board of Health comes in, does a whole inspection and all that
They
stuff.
do. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually in
That's
there the
good.
other day. They told me my beard was too long. I was like, okay.
Do you wear a beard net?
I might have to.
Yeah.
I don't know how attached I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't shave.
So
Let's
you
talk
Looks
about the
good.
beard. No,
Are you
It
Serve
looks
Safe
good.
certified?
huh?
Are you Serve Safe certified?
I am Serve Safe
for
certified.
you.
Thank you for
Me
bringing
too,
that
man.
up. Are you really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's like
I
it's
have
a
to
good
be.
thing to be. Yeah. Yeah. Not only do you have to be. It's like, and if it wasn't, it's a good thing to be.
Do you
Absolutely.
use beard oil?
I did when I was going through a phase in my life, but
So, what's next?
keep growing the business.
Yeah, you want to keep going, same thing, just get bigger.
Keep going.
We mentioned a Mercedes Sprinter van.
Yeah. It's just good to have like tangible goals, and sometimes, and we can stem this kind of into like the bodybuilding thing. I mean, it all like
Do you get
circles back.
that deep into it where you eat target meals for people for what they're trying to do?
So actually, I'm starting to do that right now. I'm coaching a client, and this is like the first. I hope in X amount of time I can say I have obviously multiple clients, but I write her diet plan, and then I mean, dude, like, come on. How sick of a service is that?
That's
like, I
awesome.
coach you, I cook your food,
You're also
and
a-
I write the diet plan.
You're also a lifestyle coach too.
Yes. That. Shout out to Derek once again for taking those fabulous photos of me that are on my website.
Heck of a sound guy.
Jack of all trades for sure.
That's true. That's true. We love you, Derek.
We do, but yeah, not just cooking, not just bodybuilding, lifestyle. I mean,
Whole encompassing.
whole encompassing fitness, health, mental stability, and status, all that kind of stuff. That all. It's your habits, right? It's what you're doing every day.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're out of shape, you could be in shape, but your room could be a mess,
Right.
and vice versa. You could be a slob,
Or your room
which is
could be clean,
and your room
and then
could be
your cars
spotless.
and-
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And I know we all have like day-to-day things, and like,
Life gets in the way.
yeah, and like, duh, no one's perfect. It goes up and down. But I find that as long as a lot of people are asleep, man. Right, a lot of people are asleep in this world. And ignorance is bliss, right? Sometimes it's
Amen.
nice to just be, dude, sometimes like it's not fun
Yep.
being hyper self-aware
Yeah.
or hyper conscious, can be a real burden, right?
Mhm.
I can tell that you guys are in the same, right? You're awake.
Yeah.
You know what's going on.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what you,
Too much.
I know you
Can't
are,
turn it
that's
off.
what- Yeah, right. You can't turn off.
No.
And I mean, in a way, that's why we're like, landlords and business owners and like,
You just can't stop.
and
Yeah,
I,
you
Podcast
work to where you
people
are
now.
right now, and then what's the next thing?
Right.
You don't just stop.
Right.
A lot of people, especially in this day and age, they get to a point where they, get to where they want, and then they just kind of coast through life.
right.
And then it's over.
Complacency, right?
It's over, and then,
Yeah.
oh, what do I do with my retirement?
So that's kind of how I think. I'm like, all right, well, but what I've learned just going throughout this journey of doing, John's Market and real estate and podcasting and doing all this stuff is, for me, the joy is in the journey,
Yes, and
not the destination. It's the journey. It's the battle of getting there. That
Well,
I
that's
love.
you really need to be present.
That's
for
what I
that.
love.
That's
So,
the quote. Success is not a destination; it's a journey.
Yeah,
yeah. And
So-
that's totally true. It's 100% true.
And like, Dan, do you struggle with that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every day.
Tyler, do you struggle with that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too. Derek, do you struggle with that? We all do, you know.
Yep.
So Derek is the owner, CEO of Apex Studios. So
Making all
Best
this
in the
possible.
biz. I mean it too.
quick plug for Derek for setting this all
Yeah,
up.
I
And
know, I mean
if you've noticed the better quality,
Yeah.
that is why. So
Yeah.
shout out to
I
Derek.
noticed too.
Huge.
Yeah, I've watched the other clips, and obviously it's awesome, but I can tell that this one is on a different level.
Oh yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Amen.
So
Yeah, so maybe we could just circle back to just being hyper conscious, you know.
Sure.
Go ahead.
And habits. Yeah, sure.
You can tell we're alike. We spend a lot of time together.
Yes, you do.
That's why we're business
baby.
partners.
That's right. A lot of people have. Part of my passion too is helping people find their not to be so fluffy all the time, but their purpose, their passion. You know, like some people are blessed. I think like us in a way, especially Derek, right? That we have a passion and we also happen to be good at it. So that's what keeps us going. You know what I mean? Just that kind of entanglement of those two. I mean, even if you're not good at something you're passionate about, you'll get there, right? But I feel sad in a way for people that don't maybe naturally have a passion, you know, something that they wake up in the morning for, you know, something that gives them drive.
Don't have it or haven't realized it yet.
But beautiful. That's what I mean. They might not
Okay.
naturally be
But
aware
I think
of
everybody's
it.
got it. They just
No, they gotta
understanding it, realizing it, capturing it.
This kind of goes back to our first episode where we talked about how people go on social media and they just want to be like that
I should have
person,
been there for that
you know?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know,
FOMO.
downfall.
Is it FOMO? I'm the old guy in the room, so
so they try not to be. So everyone lives their life trying to be like the
the Joneses.
exactly, but they never focus
It's too
on
bad,
their
dude.
inner self or what they want
is
to
too
do,
bad.
what they like, what's their craft, what's their niche.
Right. What's your passion? What's your purpose? What's your
Like, who are you?
Right.
And why do you care
What's your meaning?
so much?
Right. Like, yeah, I want to be David
About-
Beckham.
Yeah,
Why
like,
not?
duh.
Of course.
But you're
But
not.
I'm not.
You're not.
No.
And so when
You gotta realize that.
Yeah. So when you're
I might be as good as like I might be better than him with soccer, but
and you probably are. But no.
Absolutely not.
I think you are.
Maybe.
It just it frustrates me, man, that like I mean clearly it's taken over the human psyche, you know.
Yeah, and social
It's-
media hasn't helped.
It's
And then people
It's
blame it
amplified.
on
it's the fall
amplified
it's the fall of Rome.
Yeah.
It's absolutely the fall of Rome.
and people just blame it on they were just at the right place at the right time. No, it's because they were focusing on their craft. They were putting the work in.
yeah. And then they happen to like have access to things like that. But when people
Yeah, that's right.
they don't have a base or a foundation. I mean, dude, I just don't get why people feel the need to broadcast their lives. I know it's fun, and I'm kind of cynical. Like sometimes part of me wishes that I was a normie, that I thought kind of like the majority does, you know what I mean? And I just don't, and that's something that I've definitely struggled with is like fitting in a way, because like sure I'm like meal prep and bodybuilding and this and that, but I'm not showing it. And of course I've gone through phases, you know, but I've always had this like existential crisis where I'm like, dude, everyone's posting things, everyone's showing what they're doing, but just for like, I guess just for me, it just comparison. My mom always says comparison is the thief of joy, you know, and it's like
Yeah.
near impossible to not compare. Dan drives an M4. Oh, but this guy's got an M8 competition package. You know, it's like cool. Like, oh,
So
I'm in
that-
shape, but this guy's like blasting steroids and
he's
looks
even better
like
in shape for
Zeus.
it.
So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just so hard to
Well-
like separate and be secure in yourself.
So it's like the person that's in the wheelchair. He looks at the person that's walking.
the
He's like, "Oh, I
perspective.
wish I could walk."
And then I wish I had a bike.
Wish
and
I
then
had a
wish I had a
bike.
bus pass. And then wish
Exactly.
I had a car. Then wish I had a motorcycle. And wish
And
I
a
had a Beamer.
helicopter.
And then,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can't play the bigger game because there's always someone bigger, better, faster, stronger, and
Right.
You know, better, richer, whatever contest you're comparing yourself
course,
to.
of course.
There's always someone bigger and better.
But some people, and it's them, right? It's not me per se, but some people can't accept that. Some
Yeah.
people can't accept that they're not. I'll be super cliche that they're not Kim Kardashian or they're not the LeBron James, like just stuff like that. You know, it's like I just wish people were more present. I mean, like, dude, one of my like greatest dreams would be to go to a concert in the '90s and everyone has lighters instead of phones. You know what I
amen.
mean? Like, dude, when everyone's with each other,
Amen.
and that's why I'm very
Actually
happy to be
with.
here.
Not just physically, but
Yeah,
you know,
spiritually. Yeah, like
mentally,
you're just like
yeah.
with people. Everyone's looking around. Everyone's having fun, connecting.
Wait, hang on. Get a text.
Oh, it's so funny you say.
I was just on a roll, dude.
Sorry, go ahead.
My wife and I say that all the time. Is like we were born in the wrong decade, and we say it from the sense that we wish we were born, you know, back in the day when cell phone.
Dude, it like makes
when
me
these things didn't
sniffle.
rule the world, you know.
Yeah.
It really breaks my heart.
It's a tool and also can be a weapon.
Wow. Godly quote. True.
Almost a prep godly quote.
Prep godly quote.
Prep gods.
How'd you come up with the name?
Look at him.
No.
Was it you? Was it your name?
Not me. Gosh.
Huh?
Oh.
No, did you come up with it yourself?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is like I'm kind of realizing now, because I like making people feel good.
Mhm.
I there's different ways of doing that, different words, different phrases. So one of them is just like, dude, you're a god. You know, like, dude, Dan, you're a freaking god, dude. Right. So just obviously took that, and then meal prep. I know it's not like super stimulating, but
Yeah.
that's how I came up with it.
Nice.
You know, and
Okay.
I put a little like clean, custom calculated at the end. I tried to make. I was all excited just building that up, but yeah, it's definitely been a crazy journey. Like I said, I've learned a lot about myself, worked with a lot of different people. I'm trying to branch out, like we said, into the combination of coaching and cooking.
Kind of like a wellness umbrella where you have every facet of...
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, the goal, the dream goal would be like, I get like 10 rich people, and I personal train, I coach, I cook, I shop for them, I like help them with like journaling or habits like reading at night, like those kind of things. Those are very important.
What
things.
should I wear on this date?
Honestly,
literally.
little things like that. Yeah. If someone doesn't
Some
have the
people
time
don't
or
know.
energy, I know, right?
Yeah.
That was another thing too on like my original website that Derek helped me take pictures for, was like I kind of wanted to help like struggling young men that feel lost because just the day that we're in, obviously, we have unlimited access to everything and everyone.
That's right.
But how many of those,
And yet
like
there's-
obviously are meaningful, and like do you get anything? So I feel like people lack mentorship.
I was saying, it's unlimited access to everything, information, but also there seems to be an unlimited amount of people who have no guidance. So how crazy is that thing about,
Yep.
right?
Absolutely.
So-
Proportional. Yep.
Yeah, and who
Yeah, and-
knows if that information is actually accurate or
Right.
correct.
I would say it's one of the biggest reasons we started this podcast is because we feel like there's a million people like us out there who, need to hear the right thing.
And that's why I'm more than happy to be. I'm truly happy to be here, because like this is like real connection. This is like I'm actually like talking on a real level, which is what I live for.
Sure.
It's very rare to have good conversations that aren't just small talk and fake and just like going through the motions.
How are you doing today? Good. Good to
and
see
I
you.
know we
Look good.
have to do it.
Yeah.
Like, of course. And
Right, right.
It's not a problem.
pageantry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's good stuff though. But again, we really appreciate you coming on. This was a episode I was really looking forward to, and having you on because
I know, and I'm sorry I had a little like delay at first. I was a little camera shy at first, but like,
it's fine.
yeah, I knew.
We all get
and
used to
I
it.
was busy. I just finished doing the show and everything, so I just needed like a little bit of time to like come back to earth.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Well, when you originally had invited me, I was still kind of decompressing from the,
Oh,
from the,
yeah,
from
no,
the
no,
last
no.
contest that
No
I did.
worries.
And it was
Yeah,
just, like,
absolutely.
the
No,
hardest
and
one that
that
I've done.
makes-
So I was like, dude, I need.
I
like,
totally understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know it takes a lot out of you,
Like-
mentally, not only physically.
Chemically, mentally.
A lot of
I mean,
people
dude,
don't
it's
know.
like-
It's not just
I
physical.
I didn't know the
Yeah,
level
like-
that it would be at.
The number of calories you eat, what time of day you
Oh
eat
my
them at.
God, dude, I can't. If I showed
Robot.
you, like robot,
Really?
Yeah, literally.
robot, and like that's what my coach would say is like robot. I mean, dude, there is no excuse. I can't even explain the amount of like supplements and vitamins, and like stop drinking your water 15 minutes before a meal,
That's
and then
crazy.
let food. I mean, and then 15 minutes after, and then during the meal, take this digestion aid, take this pill at this time. I mean, like,
Did you have alarms on your phone
Oh,
for
my God.
certain stuff?
boom, yep.
Yeah.
3 o'clock, take this. 5 o'clock, take the second thing. So
Yeah.
right, wake up, do an hour of cardio, like put your hood on. Oh, before you do cardio, you got to take this supplement. You got to do
Really?
this. It's 4 a.m. I got to go to work, but like you have that date set, which also real quick is why I think it's really important to have a tangible goal,
Yeah.
because a lot of people are floating, and for me, I'm a floater. So if I don't have, like a competition date, and again, I'm the least fitness person. Like we just faced pizza, like I'm more than happy to do that. But
There's a good pizza.
Sure, we have
best pizza
show
ever. Yeah,
to
dude, shout outs and plugs. Yeah.
Slovakia's.
Beautiful.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wherever you are, you did a great job.
Yeah, great job, guys.
Authentic recipes.
Very.
Way better than. Never mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, yeah. They might be a sponsor.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know,
That's
burning bridges here.
Hey, they buy tickets too.
Yeah.
I burn all the bridges.
Every morning.
True. But anyways, long story short, you know, it's really important to have goals. So anyone that's listening and that you feel, if you feel lost, I urge you to start small, whether it's
I call it small wins.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Small wins.
Start stacking small wins.
Yep. So read for 10 minutes. Dude, make your bed every morning. Right when you're done making your bed, go right to the bathroom and brush those teeth, baby. Like, don't even think. Less thinking, more doing, right? And I know we all clearly struggle with that, just the overthinking,
It's
right?
human nature. We spend more time thinking about things than we do doing things.
But once it's a habit,
But, dude, then it's
easy.
locked in. And then you feel like, I mean, you should feel guilty if you don't, like, carry out the tasks that you need to do. So that's the same thing, right? A lot of things like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. I just know myself well enough that if it's not an established habit and it's not in my routine, it's probably not going to get done. So it's like, so you better do that thing every day and make sure that it gets locked in.
Creating healthy habits.
Yeah, man.
Like I used to stay up.
it's like going to the gym.
Late.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I used to stay
There
up
you
way
go.
too late.
Dude, that's like number one that
and
everyone.
it's
like,
a kid thing, right?
I know
And I was like 23, 24. I'm like, I stay up way too late. I was going to bed at 1 in the morning, waking up at 7. I'm like, this is not healthy. So now it's early to bed, early rise.
And then what are you doing when you're in your bed, right? You're probably on your phone.
You're on your phone,
and
video
games,
watching
late at
TV
night.
on the phone, whatever, right? Doing wasting time.
I know.
And so it's early bed, early
Even though
rise.
it's great because
now
life,
it's
life
like
is so simple.
Oh yeah, it's easier back then, but now it's 9 o'clock
it's not.
bedtime.
It's got to be.
Get up at 5 in the morning, but 9 o'clock bedtime.
Get your day going.
Yeah, and I love getting my favorite thing in the morning, or my favorite time of day is the morning. You get up, it's quiet, it's peaceful. You feel like you're getting a head start in the world.
It's like what Corey said the last episode. You do the most in the morning.
Yeah, you do.
My favorite time of day.
Yeah,
favorite
because
time
you know
of day.
it's time to go.
Yep.
It's time to go.
And the thing that Mark Wahlberg always says, going back to training, is he gets his workout done right in
Dude's
the
a
morning.
beast.
Get the hardest part of
4
your day
a.m.
done.
club, right? Or is it 3 a.m. club?
Depends on what he's training for, but it's early.
Depends how much Hollywood's paying you, I guess.
Yeah.
That's also very
I'd be
true.
up to 2 a.m.
He's an
right?
entrepreneur, hell of an entrepreneur. We're hoping to have him on the show soon. But, yeah.
He's locked in on
Absolutely,
Thanksgiving,
absolutely.
I think he's
Wow,
coming.
he's
Thanksgiving.
canceling.
He's right after Fagan.
He's canceling
Okay.
his family Thanksgiving trip to
He's
Mykonos or to Monaco.
Mykonos.
Mykonos.
Goodbye, but yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
But
The Rock will be on.
What were you gonna say? I cut you off. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Perfect.
Move on.
Anyways, just
But
if there's one takeaway, it's find your not to be cliche, but find your purpose, find your passion, find things that bring fulfillment that you can see the progress. That's another thing too, right? Like I said, like tangible goals and stuff. That's why I guess to me and a lot of people, like and normal people, fitness, and weight loss, muscle gain, health in general, you can see the progress. But if you're not seeing the progress, it's really easy. I mean, I don't know if I can name any things that you can't see the progress, you know. But if you see the progress, obviously, you're going to get like addicted to it.
It's addicting.
And keep it going. Yeah, which is a great personality trait to have. Is loving something and loving doing it. And like you said, success is the journey. You know, you got to be in love with the journey.
Right.
You got to be in love with the
And I
journey.
feel like being an addict can sometimes be a negative or it's usually a negative connotation, but it's always like so. I go back. I used to be a huge runner.
Did you say being an addict?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It can be a good thing.
Yeah, being obsessed.
Being excessive compulsive. I have OCD. It's obsessive compulsive. Being an addict. Right. It's all kind of under the same umbrella.
Yep.
And I used to be a huge runner. And I got obsessed.
Dude, you can overdo anything.
Oh my
and
God.
running
he,
is
he
like,
can tell you. I became
just go.
obsessed with time, like getting my times down, getting my mile number down, getting my 5K number down. I went on vacation with my buddy Jake Fagan, and we went to Delaware. I don't know what beach it was in Delaware, but we went to some beach in Delaware, Ocean City, Maryland, or something, somewhere around there.
Sounds like classic.
And his mom, she'll tell you, shout out to Michelle Fagan. She'll tell you this story, but I went for like an 8-mile run on the beach. It was 105 degrees outside.
Jeez.
And I
You didn't care.
No,
you
I-
want to do it.
I-
You want to push
I
yourself.
literally loved that it was 105 degrees outside. Like,
Yes.
I wanted to see if I could do it.
That's why.
I came back like
Because
an hour
you
later after an 8-mile run.
Yeah.
She's like, "Where the heck were you?" And she was
putting
pissed.
work in, baby.
Yeah, she was pissed.
putting work in.
It was like one of the best runs of my life, and proved to myself I could go to the next level. Kind of going back to
Yes.
his moment where you get to that mountain peak, and then all of a sudden you look up and there's another height you can get to.
Yes.
So, I love
Dude,
that.
it's
by
so
the way.
true.
That was a great analogy.
It really was. Yeah,
Appreciate that.
of course.
It just came on the spot.
I know. You should write it down and maybe save it for later.
Oh.
But I understand. It can be a good
Yes.
thing. You can use it as motivation. No, it became a point where I was running too much. And
Dude, just like,
Yeah.
and it's hard. Another topic, and we don't have to like keep going on and on about all these like life things, but balance, right?
Yes,
Obviously, balance is just like
so true.
such a tough thing, and I'm pretty extreme, whether it's like bodybuilding or if it's dieting or if it's right, just like us, like working. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's a blessing and a curse being with it. You know, being down to earth, being progress driven, all these things. You know, obviously it's a blessing because like you live a great life and you can connect with people. You know, if you're asleep, I don't think you could like come on a podcast like this and sit down with you guys, just like, you know what I mean? It would be a different kind of level. So it's
Be a
really,
hard
it's great.
conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful, right? But then obviously it's a curse because you overthink everything and you barely give yourself credit for anything, and nothing is really ever good enough. And it's hard to celebrate the little wins. I mean, you do all these things, but it's hard to keep them. It's hard to be present, keep them in sight, in view, be conscious, be aware of them. You know, like you could go the whole day. If you write down 10 tasks, read for 20 minutes, make my bed, take the garbage out, go for a run, all these things.
Simple tasks.
Right. So
Yeah.
also, I find that writing things down, again, just I guess another big word from this session is tangible, right? Having things that you can touch, see, feel.
Huge fan of that.
Yeah, so you like know what you're doing. I mean, dude, even if it's like put glasses in sink, when you check it off,
It's a win.
yeah, it's a win on a spiritual level, but also on a chemical level
Yeah.
because your brain's going to give you a dopamine
Small
hit.
endorphin. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. And right, maybe I can come back and we can talk about like just that kind of chemical.
Science
Oh,
behind
yeah,
dopamine
we'll have
kind
you
of
back
stuff,
on. Yeah.
But that's definitely like the downfall is.
Well, see that journal right there, the green one?
Yeah, that was
That's
yours.
my my daily thing. I write everything
Beautiful.
down. Yeah.
I like the leather look on it too.
Has the
Very
logo
sexy.
has the logo on it too.
Yeah.
Alligator
So,
skin.
yeah.
Alligator skin.
Is it
yeah.
real?
No.
Absolutely not.
The next one will be. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's I like that.
Yeah, just tangible things, crossing, like, do the damn thing, make the list, check it off, no matter how big, how small it is, give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for the things, again, no matter how big or small, and that's how you build that momentum, right? That's how you build that momentum to achieve, like, ultimate goals that you set for yourself. If your ultimate goal is to, like, make X amount of money or do this, well, in order to do that, you probably got to make your bed every morning.
Yep.
You probably got to like floss and take care of yourself. You probably got to, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I can tell if maybe myself personally, if I'm like falling off, like I know like my mental health is up and down based on like obviously right what I'm doing with my days. Of
course.
So it's really important, as I said, to just as we all agree on.
Yeah.
Just-
You don't start in the skyscraper.
No.
A lot of people
No.
start in the garage or the basement.
Dude.
So
Once I'm saying, if you have a goal of having a $100 million company, you're not gonna write that. You're not gonna get there.
Yeah.
You know, let's get
That's
to-
my goal. I'm not going to cross anything off until I
That's
get
right.
there. Yeah,
You're gonna-
right. You
you're-
better have
You're
like
gonna fail. You know.
yeah, it's got to be like everything. It's got to
course.
be incremental.
That's right.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
So true. It's been a good podcast.
yeah, I'm very entertained. So
Yeah.
Good.
if I'm entertained, hopefully you guys are entertained.
Thousands of viewers out there. Hopefully you guys are having a good time.
Thousands.
Hey, check it off. If you want 1 million viewers, we got to start small.
Yeah,
That's right.
Absolutely.
It's a goal. It's written down.
Good. And sometimes it's hard. And again, real quick with like the social media thing, you know, it's like it's very easy to be discouraged and all those kind of things, right? You really have to be secure in your being and yourself, right?
You really do, 'cause-
Like the fact when people like post a picture, not to interrupt, just if someone posts a picture
right.
and it doesn't get, not enough strangers like it, so you delete it.
Yep.
Dude,
That's
come
kinda
on,
how
dude. That's
I've-
so unhealthy.
Insecurity.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's insecurity,
It's a
totally
bad
and it's
place to
totally
be.
understandable.
Yeah.
because it's the way the machine works. These
The
days.
algorithm.
Yeah, yeah, and the algorithm is like based on what goes on up here. I mean, the
Right.
people that designed the algorithm designed it based on
course.
human behavior, right? So
Yep.
to rage against the machine, to be able to resist that mechanism is like the ultimate strength when you can separate yourself from the machine. Sometimes I'm like envious real quick at people that like they have like, I mean, it's obviously like something weird's going on, but if they post like hundreds of pictures and not a single person likes it or whatever. Like not a single person, but they still keep posting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. And again, I hate social media, so I'm not like envious of like just the concept of like, even if this person's like weird and it's like 500 pictures of their cat,
Yeah.
but no one liked it and they don't care. That's
still, a different level.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
a level that I want to be.
Yeah,
on.
like okay.
So what I was about to
Respect.
say. So when I
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call
go ahead,
because you did too.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
It was a text.
Yeah.
So you can't look at that stuff. So as important as numbers in real life is
Of course,
obviously
of
very
course, yes,
important,
yes.
but you can't let the loses or the not
Losses.
big
The
wins
losses, Yes.
get to you and mess up your mentality because
So easy.
I can't tell you how many times I've stayed up after this podcast up to 2 to 3 in
What,
the
like
morning.
refreshing views or something?
No, editing.
No,
okay.
Editing
Yeah.
and trying to upload it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then having all this work into doing all of this and then only having like a small
I know.
interaction.
But we're in the
It's-
garage phase.
Exactly, and that's the mentality I need to be in.
Yes.
Where you can't
It's
let
qualitative, not quantitative.
Yeah,
I mean, we'd rather
exactly.
have 500 strangers, just to keep it simple terminology,
Right.
Validate you, or 10 people that truly love and know you, and
Yeah.
they're the ones.
Tell
Who,
10
they're
of
the
their
ones.
friends.
They're the ones who watch this podcast. And
right.
listen, you know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
absolutely.
And that's who it's for.
Yep.
That's right.
Ultimately,
That's right.
and then
Absolutely.
everyone comes after. But
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's all a mentality thing, and you can't let those. You gotta
really tough.
like we
dude.
just
It's really tough.
talked about. Like you gotta look at the little wins. So
Gotta
Stack small
keep in
ones.
perspective.
yeah, absolutely. Keep yourself in check too, and don't let the little things
I know.
bother you.
And again, it's very, very difficult, and no one could be expect to be a master of it right off the bat.
No,
Oh,
It
yeah.
takes, just like anything, right? It takes-
Anything.
that's such a skill, though. It
Like I go
really
to the
takes
gym
work.
for 1 week in a row, like every single day. I'm like, why don't I have abs?
And then you get discouraged, but it's just one part of the puzzle,
Exactly.
just like getting to the top of the skyscraper, building a $100 million business with
Yep.
business.
That's the goal, by the way.
Yeah, I believe it.
So
And like we all, I would hope I could kind of include myself, whether that's my goal or not. I want to have something that equates to that level of value, whether it's I've affected
Well, that's the
100,000
cool part.
people's lives. Yeah.
With $100 million business, think about how many people's.
I was gonna
lives
say,
are
you know,
benefit-
you're like making
Yeah.
moves.
You're-
Like,
but think about how many people's lives are going to be
yeah,
positively
yeah. It's not
benefited.
just like,
No.
well, I made money. It's like, okay, well, what's
I mean,
that money doing?
Not screw the money because that's cool too,
Of
but
course it is.
it's a nice byproduct.
It is.
But at the same time,
It's
you're
tangible.
factoring you're affecting the world so greatly that number
You
that
are.
you're creating a lot of jobs, a lot of change, a lot
Yes.
of positive vibes out
Yes.
into the world, and
a lot of charities
that's the cool.
too. You
That's
can
the cool.
donate
Yeah,
to.
charitable
I know.
donations,
I
and
I know. Yeah.
that's the fun part of it.
It is.
That's the why.
Yeah.
You know, taking care of that single mom who's got that tough life, and you can just go ahead and buy her a car or rent her an apartment, or how cool would that be?
It really
You
would
know what I
be.
mean, and that's a cool thing about our generation that I think a lot of people are in the same boat in, is they want to see that happen.
No.
So
Back to the last podcast, Corey was talking about pivoting. So it's kind of like, you have your everyday job where you work 40 hours a week,
at least.
and if that's all you do, you're not really going to go
I'm
anywhere. I mean, you can
sorry,
make
dude.
$300,000 a
I'm
year, like you said, but you're not going to go anywhere.
No.
It's all the other stuff. It's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym every single day, and that's all you do, and you don't eat healthy, and you don't have
Like,
a
it's
good
like one part of the puzzle.
yeah, there's multiple pieces. So if you're working 40 hours a week, you also have to be working on other stuff too if you want to be
That's right.
successful.
Yeah, whether obviously whether it's a side hustle for more income or if it's like you just like going to the gym.
selling Tom Brady cards.
Who did that?
Corey, the last.
That's what I was
yeah.
gonna say. He did that.
Yeah,
Him
so
and his son.
he flips Tom Brady cards.
What a gangster.
yeah,
He's so cool.
He's
Oh,
after
yeah.
the F word, freedom.
freedom. That's a real F word.
That's
my favorite F
That's
word.
a true F word. Yeah.
That's a real gangster F word, not the F word you hear in all the movies.
No, no, not here.
No, but he had a good point there.
Yeah,
That was a fun interview with him too. We've had a great.
I did
we've
watch
been
one.
very blessed.
Yeah, we've had a very
so.
fortunate number of guests so far.
Yeah, Corey is just like as solid. Dude, he's just alpha male. He just like knows what he's doing. He's super intelligent, very clearly driven.
I would agree.
So to go back, so this is
To pivot,
we've had two Corys on. So
Yep.
the Corey that flips
You're Corey. Your boss, Corey.
Yeah.
Is
so
he the one that flips?
No.
Oh.
It's the other one.
No.
I just want to
Still
clarify
respect to
that.
the other one.
Just want to clarify
Thank
that.
you. Thank
okay.
you.
You're welcome.
Was that the first guy that was on?
Corey. No, my boss.
His
was
boss,
the first
Corey,
one
was
on.
the first
the
guy
other
who came
Corey
on.
that flips.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
He was the last one on.
Last week.
Oh, the older gentleman?
Yep.
Oh, what a beat. That guy does that too.
Yeah.
Everyone's so different, man. Everyone has their own little
Yeah.
like things, you know.
Him
People are
and- him
so
and-
I mean, he
interested.
dabbles in everything.
Yeah, yeah,
but
clearly,
Wicked
yeah.
smart businessman.
Yeah. Not afraid to try stuff out. Not afraid to pivot, like he said.
Yep.
He's only 46. He's kind of just, well, he said he's got 10, 12 more years.
Yeah, he wants to retire by like 50, 55.
I think he said 58.
Same thing.
Goals.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, the word, no, because the word retire is not a thing anymore.
I know.
But freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Work when you want, how
I
you
like
want,
that. I like that.
which way you want. That's what we're all after.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people think, retiring is moving to Florida and just rotting on a beach.
I know, right?
Well, I think
I don't want to go to
retirement is-
Wait,
Florida.
what?
Rot
It's
on
not?
a beach.
Rot on a beach, dude.
I think retirement.
Go to
is
Venice for that.
outdated.
Yeah.
It's an outdated thing. Retirement is not. It's an outdated concept. No one's going to retire in our generation. I mean, Social Security will not be a
no.
thing. There's no retirement anymore. It's just a matter of when you want to work, how you want to work, in what capacity you want to work, and how much money you have behind you invested to take care of you, so that you can work as many hours a week as you want. Some people are going to have to work. I see 68-year-olds to 7-year-olds who are working.
Still grinding.
Yeah, still 40, 50 hours a week doing things they don't want to do. And I see 40, 50-year-olds who are retired, happy, and
Still doing things.
Yeah.
Either one way they're doing nothing
Right.
or still doing things that they enjoy doing.
They're working their butt off, but they're happy doing it because they're in the sector or the market they want to be in.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's been a great episode.
No, it's been good.
It's been awesome having you on, Jake.
Thank you.
You want to wrap it up?
Do you have any questions for us?
Are you trying to wrap it up here?
I think so.
All right. Do you have any
He's very
questions for us?
sly with it. He's very smooth.
That's
It's been
how
a
it
great
works.
episode.
Under the radar.
Any questions for us?
Are you excited to have a studio room?
So I'm 6'1".
We are 200 pounds.
Tinder profile real quick. Oh, we don't need
No,
that.
no,
anymore.
he's got a girlfriend
We
now.
good now.
My boy's got a girlfriend now. He's good.
God,
Hey,
can't wait to meet her.
We'll keep in line.
great
Don't
girl.
worry.
Great girl.
We'll have her on one time. She's an accountant.
Dan did briefly mention her background, her resume.
She's too smart for him.
If you're watching
She's
this,
up
I don't
there.
know why
She's
you're
up
with
there.
me, but yes,
Hey,
thank you.
No,
Can I
no.
give you some advice?
Be secure in your being.
No, I said the same thing about my wife, and it's been working great for 11 years now. So,
So I should keep
11 years.
just keep.
How old are you?
You're doing great. Me, 28 years old.
20.
11 years, dude.
11 years. We were high school sweethearts. Actually, I met her in
Amazing.
elementary school.
Respect.
We could do a whole show on me and my
Yeah.
pursuit of my wife.
Yeah.
I had a crush on her when I was 10.
God.
And
I'm
then we,
envious.
I feel like
Man, that's
honestly,
beautiful.
what's motivated you to be where you're at today is because you wanted a life with her, kind of.
I wanted a family.
If that makes sense.
And then she happened to be the perfect puzzle piece for a wife.
Right,
Not happened
and
to be,
then
but she is the perfect puzzle
you
piece for a
worked
wife.
so hard to get on that level where you can support,
Yeah.
and now you're just
Worked so
going to
hard
the
to
next level.
Yeah.
I worked so hard I feel like just to get back to quote unquote level, like even.
Yeah.
Where you're supposed to be, quote unquote.
I know, right? Yeah.
What is that? I don't know. It's arbitrary.
another
I was gonna
episode.
say it's
Yeah,
arbitrary,
right,
but
yeah, right.
I feel
I was
like,
gonna say, do you know where you are?
Good word. Arbitrary.
Yes.
Very good word.
But yeah, I mean, Jake, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you
gentlemen.
having
Thank you, everyone. Yep.
taking time out of your day to come up here from Milford
Love it.
and
So
the dairy
grateful.
and prep
So
gods.
grateful
and
for it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No,
It
I
means
think
a lot. Like,
no, it means a lot that you came up here, and
Mhm.
it's
the
awesome. I know you're a
driving
busy
doesn't
guy.
matter. Yeah. But
No, but
no, I know.
You could be,
I know you know.
You could be
I-
working on your craft right
Right.
now.
I know you know me. I know you
Yeah.
know. But I need to balance.
That's right.
And I need to
Oh.
like get out of my head, and I need to like
Me,
express. Yeah.
terrible at bouncing. Terrible at it.
Well,
I preach
we can
it.
work
I
on
preach
it
it
together.
all day long.
I know. A lot of the stuff I say. It's
Easy
like,
to
of
preach,
course it's
hard to
true.
apply.
I know. But does that mean it's not valid advice?
No,
Of
no,
course
it
not,
just means
right.
I'm terrible at taking my own
Exactly.
advice. but yeah,
So
I mean,
I'm super grateful. Thank you, gentlemen.
No, we'll definitely have you back on.
I
There's so much
Absolutely forward to
more
it.
Oh,
yeah,
items
yeah,
we can
keep
touch
going.
on.
we
so.
we just scratched the surface with
Absolutely.
information today. But
Absolutely.
another shout out to Derek for taking care of all
more.
the behind the scenes
Yeah,
stuff for us.
the
Make-
qual-
Big shout out to
quality is-
Apex
it
Studios.
is,
Big
it is
shout out.
not easy making
Big
this look
shout
good.
out.
So,
I mean, speak for yourself.
well, except
It's
for
a lot
him.
of work for him to make. Yeah, he puts
Yeah.
a lot of work. Yeah.
I got the deli body going, so I need a little prep god
You're
influence.
good, baby. You're good.
But
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we hope you have a great rest of your week and
Great, yeah.
be great.
yeah, take care. Yeah,
Yeah, and God bless.
Yeah.
God bless and be great. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Until next week.
See you.